Hey guys, me again. I'm about 2, 3 weeks into my vacation. I'm enjoying every second of it. Borderlands 4, it's going great. I'm playing as Vex. I beat Fallout 4, main story. Hey, what's that shit they say in the Brotherhood of Steel? Like Ad Verstappen? No, that's Max Verstappen. Wrong guy. Anyways, I just beat Act 1 on Silk Song. Probably gonna go beat Dark Souls 2 and then probably finish up Sekiro just to say that I did. I've been really enjoying and living life to the fullest, and I'm feeling fantastic despite this horrific beard that I have right now. I've lost some weight. My bench BRs have gone up, and I'm starting to realize how beautiful life is. Really focusing on mind, body, and soul. I'll be going to church for the first time in 13 years very soon. I'm very excited about that. And I didn't realize how much purpose I would feel with a little bit more faith in my life. And I feel reinvigorated. I feel recharged. I feel rejuvenated. And I'm just very thankful for the world, the community that I have, and how wonderful of a life I truly get to live. And it's just nice because I feel like a lot of content creators get lost in the craziness. They think go, 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 go. And they never really understand why is it that they're doing this until the brakes fall off and they live a miserable, unfulfilled life. But they sure had fun for 5 to 6 years, somewhere in the middle of it. But then at a certain point, you have to face yourself and what you've created and to see if you're happy with the man that you see in the mirror. And currently, when I look in the mirror, the only thing I think is, man, this guy really needs to grow his beard back. God, fuck! Yeah, anyways, I was sitting there, and I've been kind of active on Twitter lately. That's an understatement. I've been a fucking Twitter schizo for the past little bit. I'm not gonna lie about it. It's been pretty wild. And there's this guy, and his name's Hasan. And I wanted to make a video to Hasan. And Hasan, I don't know if you're ever gonna watch this. Maybe you watch it on stream, maybe you watch it off stream, maybe you never see it at all. But I would like to say, despite how much horrible lies you've spread about me, how much of a god-awful human being I think you are, I'm worried about you. I am. Because I don't think you realize what you're setting yourself up to do and what you are setting yourself up to be. And I want to explain why that is. Now, Hasan was a guy I barely knew. First time I really met him was for Steak and Eggs. We did an episode where I was very excited to talk to him about anime. I was very, very, very excited. And it was a good time. We had a good conversation. It was enjoyable. I believe this was supposed to be Will Neff's episode on Steak and Eggs, but Hasan really wanted to do the podcast because Asmongold was there. So he kind of weaseled his way into doing an episode, but I don't regret doing that. And hopefully Hasan got his sexual gratification by being near his idol, Mr. Asmongold, which hearts in the chat for Asmon. Hope you're doing well. Hoping Asmon Pa has a speedy recovery. And we care about you, man. We love you. Hope you're doing all right. Somewhere along the lines of Hasan and I's history, there was this fat piece of shit lard woman called Froggen. She said America deserved 9/11, hope veterans get PTSD, and I call her a fat fuck. Something happens with Denims. Denims sucks her 100th dick for the day. That way she can stay relevant because Denims believes talent is sexually transmitted. I call her a whore. She calls me a rapist. Somewhere along the lines, I don't really know how this happens, Hasan starts pulling up congressional hearings about my dad, and yeah, apparently my dad did some horrible shit back in the day. And yeah, it's not good. And to be honest, I'll be real, Hasan. You have made my father and I's relationship much different. We barely talk anymore. I've never had him on stream. And you know what? I'm okay with that. My dad did some fucked up shit. He did, absolutely. 100%. Now, I didn't rape anybody. I want to make that very clear. But you started calling me a rapist for what my father did, which is sexual harassment and assault back in 2008 or some shit. You start calling me a rapist. And that's not a very cool thing to do. Hey, man, That's not chill. And I think about that, and I do want to thank you for that, Hasan, because misinformation spreads so rapidly. And by me seeing how I can live my life so straightforward, so honestly, and have everyone assume the worst within a drop of a hat, it has radicalized me beyond anything I ever thought capable. It has enlightened me in no way I ever thought possible. And the way that I operate and my strive to grow and change and adapt and evolve as a human being, I feel like I was put into a cocoon. And when I hatched from this cocoon, I became a white supremacist. But Hasan, all jokes aside, all of our history aside, you are a piece of shit. You are, man. And with what's happening with Charlie Kirk, where Charlie Kirk was assassinated for speaking his opinion, where Irna was stabbed in the neck for merely being white, and you're not going to damn those people, you're going to encourage political violence. You are begging for your viewers to kill people in the street. You are telling people to kill a senator. And I want to make this very clear. Hasan, I hope none of this happens to you. I do. I hope there is a point where you can get away from all this craziness, but I genuinely don't feel that you will. You are a man. And by the way, I want to make this very clear. I don't wish any harm upon Hasan at all. I don't. I want his existence to be his punishment. This is a man where, let's just be completely honest, he's not the most entertaining guy. He has about as much charisma as a paper fucking bag. And I'll be real, I know a lot of people want to say how hot Hasan is. He's alright. He's alright. Nothing crazy. He's no Jason Momoa, you know what I mean? Like, he ain't no Trainwreck. Trainwreck is a good looking dude. I like him because he looks like a monkey. You know what I mean? Like, imagine fucking Trainwrecks. Like, it's like fucking a caveman. It's like going back like 3,000, 5,000. When the fuck did cavemen exist? 50,000 years? I don't know how long ago that was. I thought World War II was in the 1800s. Anyways, caveman times. Like going back and fucking a primate. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's hot. I bet that shit's visceral. Problem is, Hasan looks like a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, any man who's got to worry that much about they looks, it's like, I mean, like, come on, bro. You know his dick doesn't work, right? You just know, like, with that much finasteride in his hair, with that much testosterone he has to pump in his body, you know his penis doesn't work. I mean, the guy can't even bench 315 with that much steroids. Holy fucking weak body. I mean, get a fucking grip, dude. Get a grip. But this is a guy who I've asked multiple times to just go on stream and say that you don't support terrorism. And bro can't even do that because he doesn't understand this machine of hatred and discontent that he's created that will one day consume him when he no longer decides to feed it. What you are creating, Hasan, is an army of radicalized psychopaths. You made this. You did. You made this. You made them. And because you're not entertaining, because 90% of your streams is a chair, you have to say extreme thing after extreme thing after extreme thing. Kill Rick Scott. Let the streets bathe in their capitalist blood. You need to bring knives and shank these motherfuckers. Let their organs ride. I support the Houthis 10 toes down. I think what Hamas is doing is a good thing. Donald Trump, you know, somebody's got to do it. These are all things that you've said. What's going to happen when you wake up and you realize, I got to go to that next level. I got to go to that next level. I have to feed the machine. I have to say it. I got to go to the next extreme because they're getting bored. Numbers are getting low. Asmongold's numbers are dwarfing mine one again. I got to get them talking about me. What can I say? What do I do? How do I continue feeding this beast that I've created? And you realize that you're too weak of a man to do it, or maybe finally your conscience has made you aware of how much damage you're causing to everyone around you. Hasan, you have a chat that spams Pepe Love for terrorist. You have chats that spam Omega Lol and Cooked when Charlie Kirk is dead. You have a chat that spams Based when you call Asmongold a pedophile and a mother killer. You have a chat that spams True as you lie, as you lie, as you lie, as you lie, after misinformation after misinformation. They eat it all up because you're their hero. But the difference between love and hatred is very close. And one day, these same people that you cater to, and I want to make it very clear, Hasan, I think you're such a little bitch because I know you don't believe 90% of the shit that comes out of your fucking mouth. You're saying this shit because you're scared, and you're saying this shit because you're stupid. And I know you're scared, and I know you're stupid because you won't talk to Destiny. You won't fight Sam Hyde. Hell, you won't even fight me. Jesus. You are so beyond pathetic, beyond any stretch of imagination that even you can fathom. It's sad. And despite of all this horrible shit that you've done, all this shit that you say that I heavily disagree with, no matter how much harm you've caused me, my friends, the community, I hope you stay safe because this machine will one day turn against you. You'll never see me spamming Omega Lol if that shit ever happens. Because political violence is never acceptable. Ever. Ever. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. And I'm worried about you. And to be honest, I'm worried about everybody. I'm worried about Hasan. I'm worried about Nick Fuentes. Shit, I'm even worried about Destiny. Fuck, I'm worried about Destiny's kid too. I mean, that man had to watch his own father suck a dick on Twitter. Oh shit, that's gotta suck. But the state of the world isn't too good. And the fact that we are living in a culture where when someone dies, you'll see people making Fortnite 420 meme comps on it and saying, man, I can't wait for his wife to get railed by a black man and for his kids to forget about him, is a horrible thing that we're all witnessing in real time. And I want to make this very clear. This isn't coming from the right. Content creators, you're going to continue to push and push and push until eventually you're going to realize the only way off is by jumping off that cliff that you walked yourself towards. And I think it's a very scary time in the world that we live in today. And I hope everybody stays safe because my God, is it freaky as fuck out there.